Hello everyone. I am J. Albino Vince from Holy Cross College Autonomous, Nagarkoil. Today, let me share some information about coronavirus, that is COVID-19. The name coronavirus is derived from the Latin name corona, which means crown or wreath. COVID-19 is an emerging pandemic viral disease. It is also known as 2019 novel coronavirus or COVID-19 or SARS-CoV-2. COVID-19 was named by World Health Organization on February 11, 2020. SARS-CoV-2 was named by ICTV, that is International Committee on Taxonomy of Virus, on February 11, 2020. Earlier, it is identified during mid-1960s as a pathogen of animal and human beings. The first coronal disease was identified during 1931 and in human beings during 1965. In 2019, the first report of unknown respiratory tract emerged from Wuhan, China. Next, classification of coronavirus. The class is Nidovirales. The group belongs to coronaviruses. The family is Coronaviridae, the genus Beta coronavirus, and the subgenus Sarbecovirus. Next, structure of virus. The size ranges from 60 to 140 nanometer. The shape is spherical or even pleomorphic. It has single-stranded positive sense RNA, and this is associated with nucleoproteins. This is an enveloped virus, and the envelope has club-shaped or crown-shaped or halo-like glycoprotein projections. The envelope is of about 85 nanometer, and these glycoproteins usually helps for attachment. The size of the genome is 26 to 32 kb. The genome has approximately 30,000 nucleotides. It has 5' methylated cap and 3' polyadenylated tail. It has 12 to 24 nanometer surface projections, and the spikes are of about 20 nanometer long. This is the structure of coronavirus with all the parts. Coming to transmission, mainly the transmission occurs by airborne droplets, that is droplets of saliva, nasal discharge, droplets of cough, that is respiratory. It also occurs through inhaling the contaminated droplets. It mainly occurs by touching the contaminated areas and then touching other parts of the body, mainly eyes, nose, mouth, etc. Then the major proteins present in coronavirus. It has 16 non-structural proteins, that is NSP1, NSP2 and up to NSP16. It has 4 structural proteins, that is spike protein, that is S protein, envelope protein, that is E protein, membrane protein, that is M protein, and nucleocapsid protein, that is N protein. It possesses open reading frame 1A and open reading frame 1B genes. The RNA is covered with open reading frame 1A and B genes. This leads for the production of polyproteins like PP1A and PP1B, that is polyprotein 1A and polyprotein 1B. Coming to spike protein, the spike protein is a binding protein that binds to the surface of cells. It has two subunits, that is S1 and S2. S1 is a receptor binding subunit and S2 is a fusion protein subunit. Totally, the spike protein has 3 S1 S2 heterodimers that specifically act as binding receptor and bind with ACE2, that is angiotensin converting enzyme 2. The receptor binding domain interact with AEC2. Next, nucleocapsid protein, that is N protein. The N protein is a characteristic remark for RNA binding. It specifically helps for binding the RNA. N220 is a high affinity binding nucleocapsid protein, so it has a remarkable activity. Next is membrane protein, that is M protein. The special role of M protein is its activation of kappa pathway and IFN beta pathway, that is interferon beta pathway. The active site of this protein is V68. Next, envelope protein, that is E protein. The special role of E protein is its virulence factor, and the active site of this protein is R74. Next, the process of infection. Mainly there are 6 stages. The first stage is viral entry, the second stage is uncoating, and the third process is transcription, fourth one is translation activity, fifth one is mRNA formation, and the sixth process is formation of new viruses with the help of budding. Then, how the infection occurs. First, the coronavirus enters into the host cell with the help of receptors. So, automatically uncoating occurs. Then, it enters into the respiratory tract. The incubation period is of about 3 days. During this time, mild symptoms like cold and sneezing occurs. Later, the virus shed in nasal secretions. Here, the cells become vacuolated and the cilia becomes damaged. Further, cell damage occurs. It leads to the production of inflammatory mediators. This will automatically increase the secretion of nose and local inflammation starts. Later, the virus shed in nasal secretions. By this, it affects the lower airways and severe infection starts with rise in temperature. Next, clinical manifestation. The clinical manifestation includes sore throat, tiredness, common cold, fever, myalgia, breath shortness, cough, bronchitis, chronic lung diseases, pneumonia, hypoxia, lymphopenia, neutropenia, etc. These are some of the important clinical manifestations. Analysis of coronavirus. The analysis includes viral cell culture, histopathologic studies, electron microscopic studies, antibody titer by ELISA, that is enzyme linked immunosorbent assay, nucleic acid hybridization techniques by using RT PCR, that is reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction, and next generation sequencing. Finally, how we are going to control this coronavirus? Hygienic measures will give immense protection. There is no vaccines, so isolation of infected persons is essential. Quarantine for exposed people must be strictly followed. Disinfection is necessary. Frequent washing of hands is needed. Also, we should drink plenty of fluids. Relaxation exercise is also needed. Healthy foods is essential. Also, some of the drugs like remdesivir, hydroxychloroquine and interferons are also used to control this coronavirus. Let us boost our immunity and get rid of this coronavirus. Thank you so much for listening this video.